Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crossover Talk Show, where we talking sports and life. Right now, I got Miss LaTrece Hawkins Lytes running for Lieutenant Governor of Maryland with me today. I definitely appreciate your time. I know you're busy campaigning and getting ready for the elections. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you? Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely thanks so much for being here. Like I said, I know it's a busy time for you guys, and you guys are campaigning and getting out there. But so first of all, I have to know why, what made you want to run for Lieutenant Governor of Maryland? I know campaigning is tough and trying to convince all these people that you guys are the right people for this. What made you want to throw your hat in the ring?
God. God placed me where he wanted me to be, along with Mr. Eshwani Jain. His personality, his enthusiasm for politics is what really wrote me in. So,
Wow.
and Mr. Jain, yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Because like I said, I know it's not easy campaigning every day, getting out there, going around, all around, going on around. But like I said, I read up about you and your passion behind everything. So what has been the challenges so far, or just going through the whole process of everything from campaigning, trying to convince people to vote for you or vote for you guys, and what's that process been like for you?
I honestly cannot say I've run into any challenges. Most of the people that we interact with are very open to us. Thank goodness. So
Right.
yes, I haven't had any challenges at this point, which is pretty good because we're deep into it at this point. We have about just under a month to go before voting starts. So early voting is July 7th through the 14th, and the primary is July 19th. So yes, we're getting there. So I really can't say I had any challenges. But yeah, it's been very exciting. I am from Maryland. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, if you don't mind. All
Yes,
right.
go ahead. Absolutely.
Again, I am LaTrece Hawkins Lytes, candidate for Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, running with Mr. Eshwani Jain for governor, with the Jain for Governor campaign. And the primary reason we decided to join forces is to make politics more inclusive and accessible for all. Trying to take that money aspect out of politics. That's our main goal. We're doing this grassroots campaign just for that purpose. Everything we do is free. If we're having an event, you don't have to pay any money. Just come on out, hang with us, talk to us, get to know us. We really encourage that. In regards to voting, we do also ask that you really research all of the candidates that are running and choose who you think is best for you and your future in Maryland. We're hoping that is us because we're bringing a new approach to things. We don't want things to continue being the same. We're bringing a new approach. So that's our campaign. Everybody that's on our team is a volunteer, a resident of Maryland. And yeah, we encourage you to join us. Again, you can join us if you go to janeforgovernor.com and read up on us and click the link that says join. We need help canvassing, phone banking, the whole nine. But we're really excited about what we have to offer.
Absolutely. And you're from the Maryland area. You're from Baltimore, right? Then lived in Landover, if I'm not mistaken.
So I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, raised in Landover, Maryland, which is a suburb right outside of the Washington, D.C. area. So and I'm still in Landover. I'm a current resident of Landover, Maryland. We're about 15 to 20 minutes from Washington, D.C. and about 30 to 45 minutes from Baltimore. So we sit right in the middle. But I've also lived in Anne Arundel County, Calvert County, just various places throughout Maryland. A lot of different towns inside of Prince George's County I've lived in as well, Upper Marlboro, Greenbelt, Forestville, Temple Hills, Waldorf, like you name it, and I've lived there. And the reason why is because of housing issues. So we've been dealing with housing issues for years and years now. And at this point, we're like at the highest it's ever been. So that's also one of our goals to work on, which is in our Maryland Now plan. Please take a look at that. If you go to our website as well, you can find our Maryland Now plan, which introduces, again, a new approach. So we want affordable housing. We want to bring the education and work back into our children's education. So we'll be introducing programs again to students that would possibly lead them to great work careers. Also bringing more jobs for adults. So, you can lead into a career, from a job to a career. So we're bringing some new things, and we're excited about it. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And then obviously the key things are you lived in all these areas. You're from the area. You're from here. So I think that's key in regards to, having somebody that's seeing, the ups and downs that this area has been through. I'm from Suitland, so I know the area very well. I grew up in the area. My mom still has a house in the area. I'm always involved doing community work within the area. So just seeing what the problems are and what are the real crises are, like you said, housing for individuals. I know also there's been a problem in regards to individuals that's been in the system, that's coming out of the system, that's trying to actually make a change and do better for themselves. But because of, the housing issues, or because they can't get a job because of their record or their situation, but they served their time and they did what they had to do, and now they're trying to actually get acclimated within the community again. It's a challenge for them. And then a lot of times, if you know what happens, if you can't get it the right way, then you got to go back. They tend to fall back into their old ways because that's what they know, and nobody's giving them an opportunity, so they say they don't have no choice. So I know those are some of the things that you all are trying to change and help with as well, correct?
Yes, expunging those records for those small little offenses. We're trying to get that removed so that people can get jobs. People that do the repetitive, constantly going back to jail, and it could be because of some type of addiction. We want to get them help so that they don't continue to just go back, but they're actually receiving the help that they need. And most of the time, people are crying out for help. We have a lot of issues these days with people taking their own lives and things like that. I actually had a family member, a first cousin of mine, that actually did that, and it affects the whole family, the whole your friends around you. It's not just you. So if you feel as though you're going through that, please reach out to somebody. You can even give us a call as well. We'll be there to help you. You can reach me directly at 301-377-1863. But yeah, we're here to help. We have an open door policy now, which we are taking into office with us once we're elected in. But yeah, so we're here to help, and we want to make sure people are getting the help that most of the time they're crying out for. And sometimes it's missed because they don't just come out directly and say, "Hey, I need help." They go about it other ways. But we have to be the ones to pay attention to this so that we can help. So yeah, but we're here to help further and better our state as a whole.
Absolutely. And then I know, like I said, just the passion behind it, because you're from this area, you're from here, you live here, you have family here, you've been, like I said, the community, like the community made me who I am today, and ingrained me. I have friends and family,
I've
neighbors.
been through a lot of the struggles, a lot of them. So, yeah.
So, and then having somebody like you all in office that's been there, done that, that's been through it, that understands it personally, so you can relate to the neighbors. Because I know a lot of times where I can understand a lot of times with the voters, they want to see if their candidates are genuine or not, or they're just saying this, and then once they get in office, then nothing's going to change. Down in their office, they can do what they want because we elected them. But so a lot of people were kind of like hesitant, or how can I believe them? But I know you all say you're a lot of stuff that you guys want to do, you're already doing, and you all are actually in a community, and these residents can see the genuinity within you all already.
Yes, I must quote Mr. Jane. Why wait and start when we get into office when we could be doing it now? So we've already
Absolutely.
started. Again, we have over 150 policies that are listed on our website, and we have already begun to implement them. So we're taking it from now into the office, and again, along with that open door policy. So we give out our personal phone numbers, and you can contact us, you can email us. Yeah, so we're very, very easy to access. Let me also give Mr. Jane's number, which I don't know by heart, but Mr. Jane, Ashwani Jane, can also be reached at 240-801-6410. And myself, LaTrece Hawkins Lytes, candidate for Lieutenant Governor, 301-377-1863 for direct contacts.
So, and you guys are serious about this. You're giving out your numbers so people can contact you. So I know your phone's gonna be blowing up, but that's just who you all are in regards to you want people, you want that actual personal connection with the residents and let them know what you guys are really trying to do. So I definitely commend you all on that because I don't think too many people are doing that because they probably have the in between people like you could talk to this person to get in contact with me, where you all are taking initiative and saying, no, contact me directly if you have a question about something or you have an issue with something. So that's definitely very commendable and is needed because a lot of times some of these residents they don't want to run around. They need a question answered right now, and instead of going through an assistant or a secretary that's saying, okay, let me see if their schedule's free or they get back to you, which a lot of times because of everything that's going on, they won't get back to them. And now the residents are losing confidence within the system again,
Yes, yes. And a lot of the questions we get also is, well, Ashwani Jane seems to be really young, which he's the youngest candidate running for governor, but he is over the age of 30. He's
Right.
32 years old. He's been working in government practically all his life. He has about 15 years that he's already put in.
Wow.
I have over 20 plus years of experience dealing with the health industry that I've worked in personally. And then my personal life itself, I have 45 years of experience dealing with that. I'll be 45 years old in October. My husband and I together have 4 children. We have 3 that have graduated high school and 1 more to go.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. All of us Prince George's County public school system. So I strongly believe in our school boards across the state of Maryland. And yeah, so we're all for education, health. We want to get Ashwani in because he has so many different policies again laid out that he's ready to jump on board with. So we're really amped up again. Like you said, we're out there, we're knocking on those doors, we're making those phone calls. And if you talk to us twice, we apologize, but we're consistent with it. So, he may be working one side and I may be working another side. And sometimes they do cross paths. Like I get not a lot, but I do run into some times where I may be talking to somebody outside and they're like, oh yeah, I talked to Ashwani and he's really bringing a lot of energy and they're excited because he was excited. And I'm an excited type of person. So they're like, oh yeah, we're on board, so they love the fact that we are really amped up about getting him here and getting started. So yeah.
That's awesome. And like you said, because of his age, people are like this, well, he's too young to experience. It's not even about that. It's about, I understand how it can be about that, but at the same time, if you're passionate about something, you care about something, and you have the experience, like you said, 15 years of his experience, I don't think age should make a difference. It's about the passion and the what you're really trying to do and what you're really trying to change. I think a lot of times change is good. He's young, so he's more relatable to a lot of individuals that need touching right now, especially like the amount of crime and things that's happening within the Maryland area with the young folks because of whether it's lack of resources, whether it's lack of activities that they can get involved in or people that even care to want to help them. Me being in that field in the sense of like a mentor or someone that's trying to help the youth, a lot of times it's the trust factor, it's lack of activities for them to do. and then just that no guidance at all. People that really care, all people at times they point out the problem, but they're not willing to want to fix the problem. It's easy like to watch the news and say, "Oh, look what this kid just did," or complain about that. But what are we doing? And it's not. Honestly, it's not even a lot of times of the officials that's elected. It's the community involved. We had to get involved too as a community and people that's the residents that like go and talk to these folks, or not just like look down on them because they're hanging on the corners, or because there's a disconnect. And I think if the communication is there, like you all are doing, you all are out there in the streets and you communicate with these individuals, and you actually hands on instead of talking through the TV I think it would make a big difference.
Yes, definitely. We definitely believe in being hands-on and allowing people to see us, see our face, talk to us one-on-one. And also, if you prefer to do like Zoom calls and things like that, we do that as well. But we do encourage the in-person meet and greets, and we'll sit and talk to you, your family, your friends, whoever it is that you want to get together with, as well as us being out canvassing, knocking on doors and making those phone calls. But like you said, yes, it's very important for us to have things for the youth to do so that they're not out there. It's almost like they're bored. Hey, and then they do this on TV and I see this and, video games and things like that. So yeah, let's kind of go back old school a little bit where we used to go outside and ride our bikes. And that was a long time ago, but we had fun doing it, as a group, and it was safe. So we do need to introduce these programs that we're speaking of, which will kind of encourage the kids to say, hey, this was fun at school. Let's continue to do this. We had a lot of programs growing up where I remember if you do good and turn your work in, then at the end of the week, we'll make donuts from scratch. Or this is just an example. And then you can have your parents come in, and it was exciting, to show them hey, I learned how to do this in school. So we do want to bring, and it might not be a program like that. That was just an example. But we do want to bring things back into education as well. So they're learning and they're excited about it, and it makes them want to draw more to school and a learning environment or atmosphere versus being out in the streets doing nothing, getting in trouble.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. So how is it, not the balance, but your kids and the husband, how do they feel about the mom running for Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, that position? And then, like I said, the timing, because I know it's a time factor. A lot of time is given within the community at work, and so how is not balancing that, but how dealing with that, and how are they dealing with that? How they feel about that? Like how does that work?
They're really, really excited. My husband is my strongest supporter. The kids are like, yeah, if you need us to do anything, but I guess because I am so busy, they're like, good. And then the little one, he's like, it's summertime, so that's great. Keep her busy. They're really happy, really, really happy for me, especially the older two. They're really, really happy for me. So
no, that's awesome. I mean, I know support is definitely key, especially in that position or any high position where your time is limited, and you're a family person, and you want to be around your family a lot, but you also want to make a change as well. So I know the two, so but having them involved, that's definitely important, and that's good to know. So what would you want to tell, talking to the voters, what can you tell them, why should they vote for you all?
They should vote for Jane Hawkins Lytes because we are the people. We're just like you. We're residents as well. That's why we ask you to come on board, join us, let us know how you feel, what you're thinking. We're one of you. We're in support of you. We back you. We want the best for our state. We want something new. We need a change. It's time for a change. Let's not continue to do the same repetitive thing over and over again. Let's not vote the same repetitive way over and over again. So that's why we ask you to please, please, please do your research. And when I say research, I mean dig research. Like I'm talking to you like my kids. Dig for this information. Research, but vote for the candidate that you feel is best for you and your future in Maryland. We're hoping that it's us. We plan on bringing so much positivity to our state as a whole. We know Baltimore was one of the big issues. We talked to a lot of residents. We have a lot of residents from Baltimore that are on our team. We are definitely ready to help make a change. Baltimore holds a dear place to my heart because that's where I had my pancreas transplant. I was a juvenile type 1 diabetic for 42 years. I'm a survivor of that because of the transplant that I had in Baltimore, Maryland. I was also in a near fatal car accident when I was 18 years old. So I have 2 hooks, 2 screws, 2 rods in my L5. I had 2 feet of small intestines removed, and I had plastic surgery reconstructed to the left side of my face. So I've been through some things, but again, that is what helps make me strong. And it helped to build me to get me to this point here to be able to help Ashwani in leading our state to a better place. My strength, his strength. He's also a cancer survivor. He was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 13. And here he is now, 32 years old, running for governor. So we plan on bringing that strength with us when we get to Annapolis. So yes, please vote for us, vote, vote, vote. And we thank you in advance. We do. We thank you. And we keep all our trust in God.
Absolutely. You keep God first. You can never go wrong there. How can people follow you? You on social media? How can people follow you?
I have a bunch of social media sites. I'm on IG at lt.Hawkins Lytes, HAWKINS LYTES. I'm also on TikTok at thenextlt.govmd. Also on Twitter at l.h.lytes, and on Facebook at Hawkins Lytes, HAWKINS LYTES. Again, my phone number 301-377-1863, and Ashwani can be reached at 240-801-6410. And you can also find us on our web at jainforgovernor.com. That is JAINFOR governor.com.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Lytes, I definitely appreciate your time. I know it's a busy time for you in the campaigning. Definitely good luck to you. Continue to do God's work. And I love your passion. Continue to share that. So yeah, I definitely appreciate your time. Thanks for joining the Crossover Talk Show. I appreciate you, and definitely, like I said again, good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Travis. I appreciate your time today as well. And yeah, same to you. The best with your show and continued success. And we will see each other again.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we will. Thank you for your time.